All right, Burger, you got to do 3, 2.
3, 2.
I want to bring the conversation back home. You know, from your travels. You don't need to look at all the polls or anything else. The economy is far now the dominant issue that voters want to hear about from the candidate. For some, that is a question about what should we do about an economy that is the edge or perhaps in the early stages of recession. For some, it is more focused. Maybe it is, will you raise the minimum wage? Maybe it is about trade deals that they think will leave them on the raw end, as you mentioned in your opening statement, Senator Obama. But when we ask Democrats, how are these two candidates different, they even think they don't know. Senator Obama, beginning with you, tell us specifically as you can, how would a President Obama be different than a President Clinton in managing the nation's economy?
Well, first of all, let me emphasize the point that you just made, which is you don't need any economist or the Federal Reserve to tell American people that the economy is in trouble, because they've been experiencing it for years now. Everywhere you go, you meet people who are working harder for less, wages and incomes have flatlined. People are seeing escalating costs of everything from healthcare to gas at the pump. And so people have been struggling for a long time in some communities. They have been struggling for decades now. This has to be a priority of the next president. Now, what I've said is that we have to restore a sense of fairness and balance to our economy, and that means a couple of things. Number one, with our tax code, we've got to stop giving tax breaks to companies that are shipping jobs overseas and invest those tax breaks in companies that are investing here in the United States of America. Thank you. We have to end the Bush or tax cuts to the wealth. And to provide tax breaks to middle-class Americans and working Americans who need them. So I said that if you are making $75,000 a year or less, I want to give an offset to your payroll tax that will mean $1,000 extra in the pockets of ordinary Americans, senior citizens making less than $50,000. You shouldn't have to pay income tax on your Social Security. We pay for these things by closing tax loopholes and tax havens that are being manipulated.